Hello and welcome to a very special edition of WCSN's Sun Devil Sit Down. I am Eliav Gabay, and joining me is the one and only women's basketball head coach here at ASU, Charli Turner Thorne, the winningest women's basketball head coach in Arizona State history. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it just means I'm old, really. I've been here a long time.
And it's been a successful time, that's for sure. But I want to start by taking it back all the way to Washington, graduate assistant,
Wow.
Santa Clara assistant, then NAU, and now, of course, year 22 at ASU. When you reflect and think about that journey, what stands out to you?
What stands out is just all the people over the years, that I've had a chance to, that have touched my life. Maybe I've touched theirs a little bit. I mean, when I think on all those experiences, I just immediately flash on the different people.
You just mentioned the people that have influenced you. Does someone stand out that inspired you to prepare like that and have that kind of work ethic?
Chris Gobrek, when I went to the University of Washington, really our whole defense is predicated on everything I learned there, and I've just continued to grow it, and making people work for every touch, and just outworking people, flustering people, all that stuff from Chris Gobrek. So she, to this day, I think I just owe a lot, for that opportunity that she gave me.
Not only are you prepared, but you prepare for the ladies for on and off the court, for life in general. And in that program, horizontal leadership that you have within this team, how do you prepare the ladies for anything that life can throw them?
We want to make sure, that they're managing their time, they're managing their energy, they're managing their emotions, that they're recovering well. There's no multi-million-dollar contract for the women's basketball. I mean, they'll play pro, they'll do great, but we want them to be leaders, in whatever industry or discipline they decide to go into after basketball.
And you've mentioned EQ as part of that, emotional intelligence.
Yes.
So what goes into helping them recognize their own emotional intelligence?
Well, I mean, that's a great question. I mean, I think athletes come in and they have a really solid self-awareness. So the thing that, you really have to grow in team sports is that social awareness, that ability to look to your left, look to your right, and go, okay, and stay connected, and really just be on the same page.
The mutual respect and sisterhood you have between you and your players, it's less superior, inferior, and more eye to eye. So what was the process of really developing that?
For me, being a great leader is serving. It's being humble. It's helping people. It's me lifting other people up and them being the best that they can be. And so I think that's all we try to do in our coaching staff and the people, is we just try to serve our players, and that's effective leadership.
Now let's take it to last year and this year. Let's
Okay.
zoom in a little bit more now. Last year, of course, not as much depth or experience with that team, but still made it to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Now the entire roster coming back, obviously a few freshmen that are very talented.
Right.
So are the expectations higher, or are they always the same nationally and conference?
That's a great question. I think, we always have very high positive expectations for our team to do well. But, what do we have this year? We have, more talent, we have more experience, and we have more depth than last year. So this year we can do all of that, and it's just going to be so much better. But I like to crush people.
Wow.
Yes, I'm just going to say it. I do. I like to win, and that's probably why I still have a job. But I like to crush people, and it goes back to our culture where, we don't care who gets the credit. We just want to win.
So you talk about crushing and the dominating mentality, right? But then there's always the side of, you have "it's all good" written up on the walls here at Weather Up, right? And when people think of, slogans and pride, grind, and all that, but then it's all good also. So what's the inspiration behind that?
Well, I mean, toughness is all about being positive. If you're tough, that means you stay positive no matter what, and you get the job done. So it's all good. I mean, that's toughness. No matter what, hey, it's all good. Just keep punching.
Sweet 16 twice, Elite 8 twice. Every team is different, of course. But what is the key, do you think, for this group to potentially be that Final Four squad? It's
continuing, to grow their toughness muscle. Because, to be one of the top 4 teams in the country, you just got to be tough. And it's a game of possessions. We got to be incredibly efficient and consistent on our rebounding and on our taking care of the ball. And then our shooting's got to hold up for the whole season. And if we do that, I think, bring it on. I think we can beat anybody we play.
bring it on, and the journey starts for the women's basketball team against Incarnate Word, November 6th on Tuesday, right here in Tempe.
Right here in Tempe.
Get it kicked off.
8:30 tip.
8:30 tip. Get it kicked off the right way. Thank you so much, Charli.
Thank
This has
you.
been so much fun.
My pleasure.
Well, for Charli Turner Thorne, I'm Eliav Gabay. This has been WCSN's Sun Devil Sit Down.